Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Today we had obviously core PCE data, made the live stream. Anybody who joined that was also well informed, but unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but really we didn't see a lot of volatility today. I did talk about that before that. While core PCE is an important metric that also the Fed uses, and I think is actually one of the Fed's most, let's say, favorite metrics. Usually in terms of if we look at the markets, unless there is really something unexpected, you don't see too much volatility. More volatility is generated usually, according to my experience, based on the CPI data release. The next one will be on the 14th of February. And it's just because it's released earlier in the month. Yeah, so normally CPI can already give a feel for what PCE might be. Therefore, you don't really see anything unexpected usually. So yeah, we didn't really see too much volatility today. The last two Fridays were quite volatile. So let's see if we see some volatility today still towards the end of the daily candle close as we're heading into the weekend. Obviously next week we've got the Fed interest rate decision. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be interesting the next few days, which is great. So at the moment we are reacting, let's say, in a bullish way to my target area here that I gave yesterday or a couple of days ago. This was another area to accumulate. If anybody used that, then move up your stop loss. You have the chance now. You have the chance now because it's left the area. Of course, I cannot guarantee that it will follow through, but should it not, then at least you could try to re-enter at a lower price in here if you want to trade it short term, or you at least don't get stopped out at a loss. So yeah, it's tough. It could certainly be. And now we've got still various possibilities. Unfortunately, price hasn't followed through yet, so we don't really have evidence. But we still have the possibility that wave 3 here, the main wave 3, that green wave 3, yeah, that belongs to this pattern, that this wave 3 already topped on the weekend, last weekend, and that we came down in wave 4, that wave 4 is finished. That's basically the first scenario. And that we are, even though it was again a very shallow wave 4, so it's not my favorite scenario, that we're now following through to the upside in a fifth wave. This is technically possible as in various ways, but the most straightforward pattern that would probably apply here is a diagonal pattern. So this fifth wave could without a problem unfold as a diagonal, because this move up off the low here since Wednesday's low was corrective. The move up in possibly a wave 1 was corrective. Therefore other patterns are possible as well, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, but we only saw 3 waves up, A, B, C in wave 1. I'm zooming in now a bit. So this was only a 3-wave top. So yeah, wave 1 possibly done. Wave 2 possibly done here in my support area. And we could now be moving up in a third wave, which would also be an ABC, then a wave 4 and a wave 5. That could finish off that wave 5. A diagonal pattern indicates that we're getting exhausted here. The bulls are getting exhausted, which would sort of be in line with the view that we are getting close here to a top. Yeah, at least locally. In a wave 3, we could then still sell off in a 4 and move higher in a 5. As indicated here, 4 and 5. What else would be possible? Well, the other pattern which is possible, and it is possible due to the corrective wave structure to the upside, is that we have here, yes, wave 3 topped, but wave 4 isn't finished yet. Yeah, that's why I set it down here, alternative circle green wave 4. That pattern would be my favorite, to be honest, because it would be a wave W, X, Y pattern, and the Y wave consists of an A wave down, a B wave up, which is possible because the move off Wednesday's low was corrective and we could now be moving down in C. However, the move down isn't really impulsive, so I'm not sure if that is actually going to play out. It would really need to break down here before we break above the last high of 1635, which means a move above that 1635 level would shift probabilities towards this ending diagonal pattern. And then we have one more pattern which is possible, which is also assuming wave 4 isn't finished, but that we have a triangle pattern, yeah, that we in some shape or form, either this whole thing or just off this high that we have a triangle A, B, C, D, E. That wave 4 will be finished here, and we then rally in 5. So yeah, in the triangle scenario and the ending diagonal scenario, this green support area is relevant. In the other scenario, you could also now take some profits, or not take, I would rather move up my stop loss. We don't really have any significant profits here, but move up the stop loss. And if the yellow count works out, you can then reaccumulate in this area here between 1370 and 1500. That's sort of how I see it. It's getting tough up here. Yeah, we see that the bulls are getting exhausted because we see stronger consolidation, sideways movement. But all of that, just means at the moment that we're holding support and we are not breaking down yet, and there are not enough sellers to sell into the rally, which means we can consolidate at a pretty high level and could continue higher. Either way, against 1370, I am focusing on higher. Okay, that's my update about Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.